Welcome to Season 2 of the Shekina Meditation Podcast, created by community members and friends of Shekina Garden in Pai, Thailand. Shekina communities are dedicated to creating free devotional spaces of Christian practice for spiritual seekers and travelers around the world. We post Christ-centered guided meditation each week to help you in your personal or small group practice. You can find episode show notes and other information at shekinacommunity.com. Hello friends, this is Ray and I'm sitting here with Ro.
Hi everyone.
It's Season 2, Episode 31 of the podcast, and we're sitting in the sala after a beautiful meditation practice in the sun. We're leaving our rainy season, and we can see all the light in the garden. It's really beautiful at this time of year.
As always, our patrons are supporting this podcast. We are raising money to help keep our community running, and our patronage is part of the way we do that. You can find us at patreon.com/Shekina Meditation Podcast and support us for $1 or more per month.
Yeah, and another way that you can support us is by rating or reviewing us on iTunes, sharing our Spotify podcast, or you can send it to a friend some way. Maybe you want to post about it on Instagram if you follow us on Instagram, where you can find us as Shekina Garden. Or you could just email a friend and tell them, hey, I've been listening to this meditation podcast and I think it would be good for you.
Yeah.
And when you do this, when you support the podcast, we know that you appreciate our work in putting it into the world. So thank you so much.
Yeah, we really appreciate it. So today's meditation is part 4 of 9 in a series on the fruit of the Spirit with Neil. Today focusing on patience. With Lectio Divina on Psalm 37, verse 7 and 8, and James chapter 5, verse 7 and 8. Neil will offer some exercises to help bring your mind into a quiet space, and then guide us through the meditation on the verses with some questions along the way for contemplation about patience.
Yeah, and after we're done for the third part of your meditation, we recommend spending some time reflecting on it by either sharing your experience with others. If you are sitting and meditating in a circle, you can pass a talking stick or a stone around and really listen to each person. And if you're by yourself, maybe you can take a little while right after you turn off the podcast to jot your thoughts down, maybe write a few notes or make a drawing. You can record some thoughts on audio, just some way of putting it in your thoughts and mind to take with you. When you reflect and you take time to record your thoughts, that helps to keep it going.
So let's begin.
Today's meditation is continuing on the series that I'm doing on the fruit of the Spirit. Today's theme will be patience. So my question is, how does your spirituality inspire you to be patient? There's 2 passages I have this morning. One is from Psalms, written by David, King David, and the other is from James. Also, just an interesting historical tidbit to note that these were written about 1,000 years apart, a full millennia. So I invite you to find a comfortable place, a comfortable position to sit in, something that you can hold for a while. And close your eyes and bring your attention to your breath. Just breathing normally and comfortably. Feeling the sensation of the air moving in and moving out, and how your body moves as you breathe. Trying to let the other thoughts just quieten in your mind. Letting things settle, letting your body settle. We've set aside this time for meditation, so let's claim it, let's enjoy it. And so with each exhalation, just sort of relax your body a bit more. Maybe you want to do a bit of a sigh as you breathe out. And if you need to stretch or to shift a little to find an even more comfortable position, feel free. And as you relax, you can move your focus throughout your body. Search out spots in your body that maybe are a little stiff or tight, maybe a little sore, or that you just haven't noticed in a while. Feel the air on your skin, the warmth of where you sit. What does it feel like to be in your body right now? Not to judge, not to have an opinion of your body, but just to sit in it and feel it. And as you sit, I invite you to extend your focus beyond yourself to the sounds around you. What can you hear? What's the most distant sound? What's the closest sound? And although we sit in silence, there's always sounds around us. And we've all come to this meditation with different experiences of today. So I invite you to shift from this external world to an inner world, our inner world of our heart and mind. And take a moment to acknowledge how we are. Mm. And in this internal world, perhaps there are worries or concerns, maybe expectations or things to do for today. Maybe there are exciting things. Perhaps there's, well, all sorts of things that happen in our lives that are present with us. So I encourage you to engage your imagination and imagine in your lap a piece of cloth, not very large, covering your lap. And on that piece of cloth are some stones. And these stones each represent something that is on your mind or on your heart. Perhaps a stone is smooth and small, or perhaps it's jagged or large. Perhaps it's a precious stone. Take a moment to acknowledge your concerns, your worries, the things of today as these stones. Pick them up, look at them, and when you're ready, imagine a bowl in front of you, and one by one, place these stones into the bowl. We're being purposeful in taking them from out of our possession, from our lap, in our possession, in our lap, to out of our possession, in the bowl. And we have no need for these things right now. So let's place them out of our possession. And when you've finished and your lap is empty of stones, take your cloth and drape it over the bowl. And then pick up your bowl and place it behind you, out of sight and out of mind. When you've placed your bowl behind you, we now have a clear space before us. I encourage you to acknowledge the Spirit of the Divine with us. And it's in this presence of the Divine we turn to our scriptures. And so for the first reading, just allow the words to unfold. Let the images and scenes build as I read, as if reading it for the first time. The first one is from Psalm 37. Be still before the Lord and wait patiently for Him. Do not fret when people succeed in their ways, when they carry out their evil schemes. Refrain from anger and turn from wrath. Do not fret. It leads only to evil. And from James chapter 5. Be patient then, until the Lord's coming. See how the farmer waits for the land to yield its valuable crop, and how patient he is for the autumn and spring rains. You too be patient and stand firm, because the Lord's coming is near. What did you see? Is there anything that jumped out at you in that first reading? And for the second reading, I encourage you to dive deeper, to seek to understand the meaning of each phrase and how they connect to each other. How do these phrases make you feel? How do they touch your life? From Psalm 37. Be still before the Lord and wait patiently for Him. Be still before the Lord and wait patiently for Him. Do not fret when people succeed in their ways, when they carry out their evil schemes. Do not fret when people succeed in their ways, when they carry out their evil schemes. Refrain from anger and turn from wrath. Do not fret, it leads only to evil. Refrain from anger and turn from wrath. Do not fret, it leads only to evil. from James chapter 5. Be patient, then, until the Lord's coming. Be patient, then, until the Lord's coming. See how the farmer waits for the land to yield its valuable crop, and how patient he is for the autumn and spring rains. See how the farmer waits for the land to yield its valuable crop, and how patient he is for the autumn and spring rains. You too be patient and stand firm, because the Lord's coming is near. You too be patient and stand firm, because the Lord's coming is near. Let's take a step back for a moment and consider our question again. How does your spirituality inspire you to be patient? Is patience important? And so for this last reading, I encourage you to turn to the divine. Acknowledge the Spirit among us. And as I read, consider what it is that God might be wanting to say to you through these words. And perhaps there is a response from you in there as well. Be still before the Lord and wait patiently for Him. Do not fret when people succeed in their ways, when they carry out their evil schemes. Refrain from anger and turn from wrath. Do not fret. It leads only to evil. Be patient, then, until the Lord's coming. See how the farmer waits for the land to yield its valuable crop. And how patient he is for the autumn and spring rains. you too be patient and stand firm, because the Lord's coming is near. As this part of the meditation comes to an end, you might like to offer a prayer of thanks for whatever it has been that has come up for you. And draw your attention to your breath. Maybe take a series of deeper breaths as we become more aware of our bodies. You might want to shift your body a bit, maybe wiggle your toes. Become aware of your surroundings. And in your own time, and as a sign of rejoining the circle, we can open our eyes and we'll move on to the next part of our meditation.
Thank you for joining today. There will be a new guided meditation available each week, so don't forget to subscribe to iTunes or sign up for our newsletter to get podcasts delivered to your inbox at www.shekinacommunity.com/podcast newsletter. Also, you can rate or review on iTunes or sign up as a patron at patreon.com/Shekina Meditation Podcast. Have a beautiful week. Many blessings to you.